Arizona mountains behind.
The view from the house.
Yeah, we rented this villa here. It's amazing, guys, overlooking the canyon. So it's really amazing. You know, the freedom that Forever gives you is just absolutely, absolutely amazing. All right.
So guys, we are getting started soon. Let me just remind you to remind your team, anybody who can get in here, let them come in, because there is so we are starting just in a bit.
Yep. Actually, not even in a bit. We are starting like right now. Like we have started. So
we have just started.
We are putting the record on now so that we fully get started. And let's record.
Recording in progress.
All right. So once again, amazing people, good evening from the amazing Scottsdale Townhouse, Arizona. Yeah, it's awesome to be here, and really things are happening, and we want to thank God to start with. We really want to thank God. Our good Lord has been amazing this year, lots and lots of blessings, and each and every one of us here has a reason to thank God.
Yeah.
You know, we gotta thank God even for being able to be on this meeting.
Yeah.
That means we are alive, we are healthy, and we are still smart, and we are still focused, and we are still respecting the business. We are still respecting the leadership, and that is something to thank God for. So, yeah. So thank you. Thanks to the Lord for all the blessings. And at this point, without wasting any time, I want to bring my partner in so many things. You know, I don't like the thing, my partner in crime. Maybe I can use that on other stuff, but not on this one. So she's my partner in everything, and she will kick off the first part of the meeting. And today we'll do just a little bit of training and inviting as many of you as possible to share what is causing you to have success. So are we ready, amazing people?
Yes, we are.
Awesome. Well, as we say, ready or not, here we are. And she's a Diamond Sapphire manager, a leader in the business, one of the best trainers we have from anywhere, wherever you can think about. If you think nationwide, Africa, globally, one of the best trainer we have. Definitely one of the very few people in this world who are smarter than me. I can tell you guys, I'm very smart. And for some reason, I never thought I would marry someone who is smarter than me. That I never thought. I totally never thought. And I can assure you, behind the success of Achievers Global, we have this amazing leader here. So let's give it up to Dr. Elizabeth.
Thank you. But I am also his wife. So yeah, I thank God for this partnership. But mainly we wanted to bring this community up so that we can learn from each other, because we know in this community we have amazing, incredible leaders, incredible achievers. And sometimes when we don't get to meet, we don't get to hear from each other, you can miss an opportunity to be uplifted, to be encouraged, and to also just get a point that when you go back and apply it, it could mean drastic changes for your own business. So stay tuned. You're going to learn from a lot of people in this session today, but we will have recognitions, of course, because now it's our first year gone, the first 12 weeks. 12 weeks in the business, the first 3 months, and we are already in the second week. Actually, I've finished 1 week in this second year, in this second 12-week period. Now we want to we maximize on every part of the year, because at the end of the day, we do this a lot, but this is just a reminder for you to know and to constantly remember that we are grateful that you are here. We have so many brand new managers that have just joined the Achievers Managers group, and they have just qualified for manager, and more are coming every single month. We appreciate you, we celebrate you, and we welcome you in this amazing community. Now, one thing that I love to say, this growth that we have had as Achievers team, it's all because of you leaders. And we give you back all these massive congratulations. I know your personal businesses have grown. We have seen somebody who has grown over 150%. Now, without all of your personal growth, none of this could have happened. So we celebrate this because we have said, we have decided to join with our president and say, 2025, we grow. Let's grow. That is our slogan. We tell ourselves every now and then, and even now, every single month, we're looking at our business. We want to focus on growth every single month. So this is just to encourage you and to remind you as well, as you're looking at your business, as you're looking at every month passing in, are you focusing on growth? Are you celebrating the growth in your team? Are you celebrating the growth in your non-manager business and the people who are doing amazing things, growing in whatever way that they're growing? Because we have to align with the spirit of forever, that we are here to grow in 2025. So massive congratulations, amazing leaders. We appreciate everything you have done. Even if your name won't be on the recognitions today, we appreciate your impact in the business. And I remember when we started the year, we shared a little bit of this, that our business, we have to focus on the 4 core. We have to focus on what matters most. Because at the end of the day, it's so easy to be wrapped up and being busy and not remembering, how is the life of my business? How is the health of my business? So these are, we can call them in medicine, vital markers, like those important numbers that you should care about and you should know about in your business. And you should continue to keep track of. The same way that you keep track of your blood pressure, your blood sugar levels, because those are vital. So the vital numbers in your recruitment, are you keeping track of them? In your retention, in your productivity, because the company recommends that your productivity should be around 2. So how close is it to 2? In your development, are new people coming up? So these are the vital markers of a thriving business based on recruitment. You can't retain someone if they're not yet joined. So you need to get them in first, then we can retain them. Then we can increase their productivity. We can develop them on the marketing plan. So the most important skill we need in network marketing is recruiting. And these are not my words. Eric Warr said this. And even our top Rolf Kip, he said there's no growth without new people. Now, we have seen this over and over again for so many businesses, not our personal business alone, so many businesses all over the world. The bigger the recruitment, the bigger the growth you're going to have. So this is one of the markers, the very special markers in our 4 core that are important when you're looking at the people being celebrated in the group and you're thinking, how can I get these results? How can I also be on the ranks, shining like that and doing many CCs? It all starts with recruitment. And this is an area we should continue doing our best. And we have actually grown by over 235% from March 2024 to March 2025 in the Achievers team. Now imagine, this is 794 new FBOs joining our team in March 2025. Guys, this is no joke. It's amazing. So when we give a massive shout out to you, it's because we see the impact of all this work that is happening in the team. And we see this growth. And it's also something to look at your own personal team and look at it and say, and ask yourself, how many new people have I contributed throughout my team, in my personal non-manager and also in my manager group? So we can focus on this number. That will definitely mean we are growing every single month. But also, I remember we spoke about 4CC in January as well. We reminded ourselves that this is a very vital, important thing to make sure that we are helping our teams to be able to be active, more of our teams to be active. Now, we celebrated 444 qualifiers the other time we did the meeting, and we had a goal. We mentioned the goal of doing 500, of hitting the level of 500 qualifiers, 4CC qualifiers per month. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen in the house? For the month of March, we have had 508 4CC qualifiers in the team, and 120 of them are new 4CC qualifiers. This is massive. And this is just goes to say that big power when you set a goal. Sometimes you may not even know how it's going to happen. You may not even know what you can do to make it happen, but just set the goal. Give yourself that target. Give yourself that deadline. You never know how you're going to hit it, and it will mean so much for your business. Now, all of this we have replaced that goal with another goal. And you're going to know when we get to hit that target again. So guys, this is amazing. And this is just a reminder for us to continue teaching, coaching, and leading our people to do 4CC every month. Why? When someone does 4CC, first of all, they will love their business. They will make money. And when they make money, your chances of retaining them in the business is very big. And you don't want to be recruiting every single day and the people are dropping off like just as they're coming in. You're not going to be building a global team. And they remain in the business, get them into 4CC. They will have the money that they're starting to make and they will stay in the business. But that will also increase your productivity. The more people you have being active with 4CC, it means the bigger your productivity and you get paid for your productivity. So that will mean more money for your bonuses. And also, the more people you get to 4CC, the more people can develop in your business. We know to get to supervisor, you just need about 3 people doing 4CC. To get to manager, you need about 10 people doing 4CC in a month. To get to ego manager, you need about 15 people doing 4CC every single month. Now, everything can be achievable. All the big incentives, when you look at it, you see this is so intimidating, but you can simply break it down to 15 people doing 4CC in my team. And surprisingly, you'll have smashed that goal. So let's make this our focus. Let's make this something we dig deep in our teams, helping more people qualify for, and that will help us achieve all the big things that we have in our minds. And one thing that I should just remind you is this quote by this amazing, very successful
Recording in progress.
Dare to dream, because there's a whole world for you to win if you dare to dream.
Absolutely, absolutely. And when you think about winning and when you start to consider the journey of a winner, what it takes to win, winning can be very, 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 well, how should I put it? Winning can be exciting, it can be encouraging, and honestly, it's sometimes intimidating as well. Sometimes winning frightens us, sometimes setting those goals, we set them, but then we are not so sure if we can really smash them or not. We kind of want to set them, but also be in a very safe spot whereby nothing can hurt our feelings. And when you don't achieve a goal, especially a goal which you have kind of declared to people, it can hurt your feelings, and we understand that. And we have gone through that a number of times. If I look at our journey in Forever, I can tell you so many times we set the goals to win, we put in the work. Sometimes we've not put in enough work, and sometimes we feel we've put in enough work, and still we may not win. Still we may not smash those goals. And in one way or the other, everybody will go through that. So let us also remind ourselves.
Recording in progress.
And then when the cats, I don't know if they're called cats or cars, whatever, when it starts to move, sometimes it starts super fast. And sometimes it starts slowly. But almost everyone at some point will feel like, oh my God, this thing, I'm not going to get in it again. I'm out of control. Things are not going the way that I wanted them to go. Almost everybody will face that. And at that point, now the good thing about the roller coaster is no matter how you feel, you have nowhere to go. You have to stick. You have to remain there. And the tougher it is, the more you hold on to it. Now, if you have been on a roller coaster, like a super fast one, I'm sure nobody dares to let go or be loose when they are afraid. Those people that it's because they are not at a point where they're afraid. When they get to a point where they're afraid, they're going to hold on. When they get to a point where things are tough, they're going to hold on. And I want you to evaluate your journey in the business, because there will be moments where it's like you are getting into the roller coaster, and you're just excited, and you're seeing possibilities, you're seeing things happening, and sometimes it starts off nicely and things are going, you set goals, you smash those goals, every month is better than the other month. Your recruiting is on fire, people are joining the business, you get recognized here, and you're even used to that recognition, and you're expecting it, and you want it, and things are just amazing. And I can assure you, everybody loves that. Somewhere along the way, I don't want to say you'll hit a dead wall. No, let me just say you'll be challenged, because there's always a way to go through, and there's always a way to make sure that you still achieve those goals that you've set for yourself. So I want us to, for those of you that right now things are just super amazing, let's say brand new managers, you are I'm talking like sometimes things can get tough and you're like, Enos, not me. Well, one day you'll get to experience that. And some of you right now, you are actually going through that. Right now, you are actually going through that. And I can tell you, it is a tough point to be at. It's a tough point. It's a tough position. It is not easy. And everybody goes through that. And sometimes it lasts for a month, sometimes 2 months, sometimes 6 months, sometimes a year, sometimes 2 years. It can go for a very long time. And if someone is not really committed, if someone is not holding on, because the most important thing is to remember, when the ride gets tougher, when you're about to hit those turns, when you're about to be put upside down, that's the time for you to hold on strongly on your seat. That's the time. Now, if we look at our business, that's the time for you to hold on strongly to your business. That's not the time to say, hey, should I try to jump off the roller coaster? That's not possible. And I know all of us here, we are not even thinking that. And I want you to get ready for those turns, because they will come. And when they come, you hold on strongly. You hold on strongly. I mean, if we look at our CCs, the journey of our CCs, and I know this is something that we've been sharing openly a number of times, that we had already achieved 10 years back. Precisely, it's 11 years back. In 2014, guys, we did 7,000, 2014? Yeah, 2014, we did 7,500 cc's, 2014. And we got out of 7,500 cc's. From 7,500, we dropped to 5,000. We dropped out of 5,000 from 2016. 2014, 7.5K. 2015, we did 5K, 5,000. And I've shared this a number of times. When we went for the 5K VIP dinner, when we met Greg, first of all, I did not want to meet Greg. This is the CEO of the company, and he has already recognized you as a GLT, and now you're out of the GLT, and you feel like if I meet him, maybe I've let him down. And I remember when I met him, the first thing that he said, I'll never forget those words. He looked at me, he loves to hug people nicely, and he held like this, and he told me, Enos, chin up. He told me chin up, because he could feel like I can't even look at him, because I'm feeling like I've failed. Now, that was 2015. 2015. From 2015, we never got back to 5,000 cc's until 2024. 2024, guys, is when we did 5,000 cc's again. 2024. And our goal was 5,500. And I think we ended at around 5,400. That was our goal. 2024, after 9 years, guys. After 9 years. Now, the question I want you to ask yourself is, those 9 years, I know a number of you are not there. Those of you who were there, one thing that you will know, we held on to the seats. We held on to the seats so that we can still remain on course. We are being tossed around, but we are holding on to the seats so that we can still remain on course. You get that? And I want you to look at it in the same way, my leaders. I know some of you listening to me right now, you are working on goals that you already did 10 years ago, just like us. I know. Yeah. Some of you right now, you're pushing for CCs.
Recording in progress.
You are starting to have eliminate them. Get back to that laser focus, leaders. Get back to that laser focus. And you know what's going to happen? If you get to that laser focus, maybe you may not need to wait for a year. In few weeks, guys, in days, a brand new ego manager is about to start. And you're saying, wow, I've gone backwards. Now I'm on 20 cc's and ego needs to be on 60 cc's. No, you can turn things around. But the only way to turn